Let's create some fun, basic confetti using a script in PaintShop Pro. The script is called Confetti Maker, and you just have to run the script without any preparation ahead of time. You can choose between 1 and 6 colors to mix into your confetti. Let's start with just one color. And let's assume it is Valentine's Day and we would like to have a red color set of confetti tubes. We have the option of having no variation of that color we selected, or a little, or an average, or a lot. Let's have a little bit of variation. We can choose round, square, or rectangular confetti. Let's start with round confettis. As you can see, the script is creating different confettis in different position and slightly varied in colors. In the end, we will have a set of 100 different confetti to use and scatter around. Now it's time to add a name. So maybe I'll call it red. Red confetti. I don't have to change any of the other settings in this window. And you're done. Now let's see what those confetti look like in our picture tubes list. So we have here red confetti. Let's select it. And I'll just delete what is on this canvas and I just scatter some confetti around. If I want to use smaller confetti, I can change the scale and I have the same thing but smaller. If I want them more spread apart, I can increase the step and I have fewer confetti. If on the other hand I want to have them closer together, I can increase I can reduce the step and they are going to be closer. If we have a closer look, you can see how there are some variations in the color, slight variations, but it gives some difference between them. Also notice that the drop shadow has been added to the confetti, which will give them a 3D effect, no matter how many confetti you want to apply. Now let's see what we can do with more colors. I have here a color palette of 5 colors and I would like to use those colors for confetti. I run the script. I will choose now 5 colors and I will pick those colors one at a time. Since I have chosen those colors, maybe I don't want any variation. So I'll just select one and let's make them square. And let's call them aqua beige. Let's delete these and look in our confetti folder. That's where I place them. And here are the confetti that were created. All square, a different rotation. Now what if you would like to have more of one color than another? Right now it is randomly selected, so probably 1/5 of the confetti are the first color, 1/5 are the second color, and so on. Now what if you would like to have a set of confetti mostly one color but a little bit of another? Let's try that. So we can start and we will pretend that we are using 6 colors. So we will choose the main color that we want. Let's say we want them purple. And we'll pretend that the second color is also purple. And so is the third color. The fourth. And the fifth. So right now 5 out of 6 colors will be purple. And let's add a pink, light pink, as a 6th color. And just to illustrate, we'll have no variation. And let's make them round also. You will notice that most of the confetti will be purple, but only a few will be pink. Let's call them purple. And if we delete and we look at the purple confetti, you can see how most of them are purple, but only a few are pink. So it is great if you want to add only a slight touch of a color. Now we can also use other type of colors. So for example, I will select only one color, but instead of a solid color, I will choose a gradient that has rainbow. So I will probably end up with some purple, some blue, some aqua, green, yellow, orange, red, and so on. And I can have some variations, and I'll make them rectangular. If you look closely, the top colors are going to be the purple of my gradient, and as I go down, it goes toward the red. So let's call it rainbow. So by selecting only one color, which ended up being an actual gradient, I will still have a lot of variations in my confetti. Here are those colors. All different colors. So you can use the same approach with any other gradient. Let's try again. So I might want to have another single material, which might be more than just a color, and maybe I'll find maybe between yellow and red colors, or if I want to have other types of combination, maybe I would like here, this is kind of a golden kind of color. Let's choose this. Again, no variation. I'll make them round. And you can see how the color selection matches the gradient I had selected. I will call this one gold. I will delete this and find the gold. What will it look like? Well, yeah, it does have those colors from that particular gradient that I selected. Now I can use a solid color, I can use a gradient. How about a pattern? Why not? So I can use, again, one color, or I say it's a color, but instead of a color, I'll go to a pattern. I have some gold here. I can use this, or maybe something that's more like dusty gold. You really have various choices. I'm just going to use here this bright gold pattern. Just a little bit of variation, and I'll make them square. Notice that the pattern is actually showing through on those confetti. Let's call it gold 2 because we already had one called gold. And let's see what it looks like when we use it, which is the gold 2. And here are those confetti. So we also had some variations, and we get something interesting. So now it is your turn to create your own confetti using any color palette or gradient or maybe pattern with this script in PaintShop Pro. Have fun!